It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC North. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. All that and more coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick, coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they get right after him.
And you were telling me pregame, under pressure, they got him again. Jordan Hicks. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Danielle Hunter, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Powell on the return. Just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And leading them out, a player who turned a memorable debut into now a 6-year NFL career out of Southern Miss, Nick Mullins.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Goff on third down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jordan Hicks. What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Oh, the return is Powell. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, this is Madison. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll go Madison up the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. On the toss, Madison. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more on that one and another first down. Another carry now for Madison. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Now a give to Madison. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Kevin O'Connell has a play call ready. His guys going for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. 2nd down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking on the midfield logo. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He's definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Here's 2nd and 8. This one brought in by Jefferson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Going to run with Madison again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Madison. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Madison will score. Touchdown Vikings. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. Time for another look at this Lions offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Goff. And it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 61 yards. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Alexander Madison leading this Vikings offense out there to begin the next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there from Minnesota. 45 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete to Addison on the out route. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this setting down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds here. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it for...
And it'll be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available.
There he goes, right side. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Meanwhile, Gronk's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be caught with St. Brown. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And out now come the Vikings. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Kirby Joseph there to drop him.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called this number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry.
And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. 2nd and 11. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At about the 32. They'll set up to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed and go for a touchdown, but the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Goff. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run with Madison. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 85 yards here for Madison. He's got a first down. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Madison running left. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there and make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Back now at Ford Field. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Goff. Wright's got it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Goff off the bootleg.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Badgley's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. big spot, and he delivers.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9 now. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. They'll set up a throw. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? This goes out wide from Madison. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Joseph's got it. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Now 2nd and 4. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And now here's a deep shot that's complete.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively. A massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range. And with a chance to walk out of here winners.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. There he goes, right side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Montgomery. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 7, a little under a minute to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are now going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the